spinning. It takes you 60 seconds to go live for some reason.
I think we up. Yep.
All right.
Yo, what's going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct, episode number 125 of the Dmst, the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts podcast. What's up to everybody that'll be tuning in on this YouTube coming up shortly? What's up to everybody listening throughout the week on SoundCloud, on TuneIn Radio app, on the Stitcher app, on the Apple, on the iTunes app, Apple Podcast app. As I always say, wherever, however you get your podcast, we are glad that you are rolling with us again this week. Playboy, how are you feeling today?
What's going on with it, man? Playboy the DJ, Playboy DA DJ.
We back.
I'm feeling good, man. It's been a long week, man.
It's been a long week.
Long weekend, but I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling blessed.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Dev, how you feeling?
Feeling great. Feeling awesome. One of the greatest days ever of my life. I'm probably in about it's been about 10 other days been better than this. You know, feeling awesome.
All right. Damn, we got to win today. I almost forgot.
We got to win yesterday.
Oh,
we got to win the day before that.
It's been a good ass sports weekend for us up here in Northeast Ohio and for Ohio. Period. The Cavs bounced back after losing to the Lakers. They done won 2 in a row. 2 quality wins. Philly and Houston.
Yes.
The Browns won today. They kicked Cincinnati's ass all over the field today.
Facts, like it's New York. Facts,
nigga. And then yesterday. Very much so yesterday, as I'm proudly wearing the shirt today. Yesterday, Ohio State whooped Michigan's ass.
Facts.
Michigan still ain't sitting down right now. They got that ass whooped so bad, man. That shit was so beautiful yesterday, man.
Facts.
It was a great. We'll touch on that in a second, but so it's been a good, very very good weekend.
VJ, what up?
What's going on? What's going on? So anyway, Playboy, how was your week? How was everything?
It was great, man. I want to say thank you to y'all, yeah, man. To everyone that made my birthday week a very special week.
The nigga that don't ever say anything about his birthday.
Right. It was dope, man, on so many levels, man. I appreciate everything. And y'all know that's sincere, man. Mm-hmm. So
that's what's up.
Everything was great, man. All, like you said before, all the teams, Ohio teams won. They represented, like for real. So everything been dope, man.
Shout out to Playboy, my bad. He got his hat down low. You know what I'm saying? The nigga look extra smooth on the YouTube. I'm just letting you know that right now. We're going.
Dev, how was your week?
Man, you know what? Had an awesome week. I just want to do a little quick public service announcement to all you, 2018. If somebody died like Pac or something and they came back to life, they'd be like, what the fuck is these niggas talking about? All you Facebook hating ass niggas. No, I'm joking. I don't talk to that many people on Facebook. But niggas swore up and down Baker Mayfield wasn't shit. They swore up and down Colin Sexton was a bum.
Right.
To you niggas. You know what I'm saying? To you niggas. But shout out to, but no, man, for real, man. Shout out to the local sports teams. Man, I had a good little week with the kid. Man, it was Thanksgiving week.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
We talked about this a little bit yesterday. I'm gonna touch on it again. Had fun. Had a real chill, relaxed Thanksgiving though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was one of the first years in a long time I didn't host. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Last 2 years I didn't host, but for a long time I had hosted. So I was able to I cook all the food. So I was able to just cook, chill, got up, went over family's house, you know what I'm saying, ate a little bit, went back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was when you host people, when you got people coming over and you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to make sure everybody got this, you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stressful to host Thanksgiving, man.
Right.
And when you get your life together, you know what I mean, you finally get a little family and shit, and you think you got to host every year. You know what I mean? I'm just glad I'm beyond that shit, man.
Right.
So
that's what's up. Nothing crazy with my week. I ain't really do too much on Thanksgiving. I was actually really, really low key. It was cold as shit on Thanksgiving. And I don't do well in cold. I just, especially when it first started getting cold, I'm just not here for it. So I was pretty low key on Thanksgiving. But I do want to say thank you to both of y'all. Playboy, I got to say thank you to you. We did the dress code party DJ that out at the Racino on Friday.
Yeah.
And I mean, just shout out to you, man. You was just like, yo, because things was a little mixed up with the plans and the timing and things like that. And I had to do extra, too. Yeah, I had to do extra stuff, and then. I was trying to, be courteous to you and be like, yo, if you got to do something, I understand. Just go ahead and do it or whatever. But you was like, nah, man, whatever you need, I got you, man. So I trust me, I appreciate you, man, for
sure.
for making sure you was there and everything was set up good. And then Dev, I got to give you a special shout out for that too, because when I hit you up like, yo, we got to help out this other podcast and get them set up or whatever. Both of y'all for doing that, man. And then Dev, I want to thank you too for making sure that yesterday with the thing downtown, you was the one that found the venue,
man.
And
put the room and everything, man. So I just want to give both of y'all special thanks for that, man. Just being honest, man. So
it's all for the team, all for the family.
Yeah. So I want to make sure I showed y'all that proper respect for doing it, because I appreciate that, man. People got to have people behind them to be successful with a lot of different things. So, man, I really do appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, sure. David Ruffin, we behind him. We gotta make sure we doing our dance. On
key, nigga.
On key, nigga. On beat. Stop the music.
I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, man.
It's 1-2 spin, nigga.
1-2 then spin, nigga.
You spinning on 2, nigga.
Nah, but so yeah, I really do appreciate y'all, man. Now, as far as the weekend was cool. The meetup yesterday was good. I want to shout out BJ from driving in from Detroit.
Yeah.
To keep that tradition alive of us, hanging with our Detroit people and for the game. His face was priceless throughout the game because he was confident coming in. He thought
fuck that. Let's talk about that. We'll talk a lot of sports. Fuck that. Let's go.
I'm just saying his face was confident going in. To answer your question that you mentioned yesterday, you kept saying who was the Chris Olave dude? Dude was a freshman.
Yeah, I know.
They had a whole article on it. I read. That's the first thing I pulled up on the internet this morning. Like he only like stepped in like a week or so ago when whatchamacallit got hurt.
Unbelievable, man.
Dude had the biggest game ever, man. So that was cool, man.
Hey, Michigan, listen,
we're just superior. Yeah, sorry, we're better.
Moment of silence.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Murdered the number 1 defense in the country. We put 62
on them, man. Like that was fucking amazing. So the restaurant was dope. We had good food. Shout out to everybody that came. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I gave BJ some peas. We got to meet his girl, Dion. Hopefully, Dion. She was really, really cool and down to earth. She took the jokes well too.
Hey, they was chilling.
Yeah.
I want to say this real quick. Shout out to Chicago Chicken and Waffle.
Yes.
I was pleasantly surprised by that venue. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Nigga, one of the places I've ever been as far as restaurant where your food was out like that.
Nigga, I'm telling you, the food was out in 35 seconds.
Dude.
It was like
niggas order food. It was like y'all got this shit under the red light like McDonald's French fries, nigga.
Yeah. That was the one thing.
They dip your wings in the sauce, dip it in the Hennessy, bring it out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
The Hennessy wings was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it was dope, man. I mean, to the staff, they was dope, man. They was very friendly, very down to earth. That's the thing I like this. When I go somewhere and enjoy myself, I want to feel like I'm having an experience. I felt like I had an experience at Chicago Chicken and Waffles, man. So it was dope, man. I appreciate them. Man.
That's right. Now I got a question for two hands, Dev, over here.
2 hands.
Dev, I only got 2 hands. Read.
Oh man, I got hold out, man. So I'm a suck ass nigga. I found out last night. So I ordered. Me and the missus, we had ordered a drink,
and I had ordered a shot, and MTV had ordered a shot.
Okay, so she only brought out.
Yeah, somebody had bought. So basically, it was a bunch of shots.
It was 3 more left. Put it that way. Yeah, it was 3 more left. She brought out 2 shots, and I'm a hoe ass nigga, so I guess I got to explain myself first. I'm just like, oh, maybe she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's 1 more. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I got 1 more shot. She looked down on me with the most hoe ass nigga look and said, so let me just real quick. So you be me again. You be a 6'5" nigga. I'll be a 5'6" pink haired woman. Go ahead. This is what she did.
Excuse me. I did order 1 other shot.
I only got 2 hands. I said
no, hold on. You're not even doing it justice.
How'd she do it?
She paused. She was like, yeah. Yeah, but I only
he
got
looked
2
down
hands.
at me.
Yeah, I only got 2
because I was looking when you said it. Because I study controversy. You know what I'm saying? I see the shit before it happened.
I study controversy.
It's like Minority Report, nigga. I see this shit before it happened. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay. I'm looking at Deb. Deb was like, oh, you know, this and that. And she was like, I only got 2 hands. Ooh, I was like, and Deb's response was like, oh, okay.
My response, she said, I only got 2 hands. I had a pitcher of water on the table. I just like, okay, fuck it. I poured me some water, man.
A double of water.
A double of water,
like,
nigga.
Fuck it. You right. Get my whole life together.
Yeah,
you right.
fuck it. I'm gonna ask her for nothing else.
You can't even ask no follow-ups after that. You just like, damn, you right. Like, you ever have somebody just shut you down in the middle of an argument because they just make like the best point ever? That's kind of how it was. But she had like this big ass look of like disdain on her face.
Yeah, like hoe ass nigga. What the fuck you asking me for?
You bum ass nigga.
Yeah. Bum ass nigga. I only got 2 hands, you bitch.
Go pour your own drink, motherfucker. If you want your drink so fast.
That way, nigga.
Go pour your own shit, nigga.
I just thought that was the funniest shit ever,
that shit
man.
was, man. That shit was crazy.
But yeah, that, like you said, the food was dope, man. And again, everybody else that came, Veronica and Jerry, the rest of our Cleveland people that pulled up, my brother pulled up downtown.
Shout out to MTV for coming out.
MTV drove up from Columbus. He was here the whole day. So shout out to everybody that came and, you know, just still help keep the tradition going.
Shout out to the homie Paco came through.
Paco came through. Shout out to him,
in
man.
the fourth quarter. So yeah, everything.
Jose, all the homies came through.
Jose, I guess the former manager.
Right,
the former manager.
The kid.
Yeah, so yeah, it was all dope, man. And I already told BJ like, yo, next year if you tell us to come to Detroit, then we be in Detroit.
We'll come to Detroit to get a win. Winning travels.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll bulletproof the car. Bulletproof the windows up or whatever. We'll, double up our life insurance.
We'll rent a blue car to
and make sure we got finger waves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll get
I'll wear a pantsuit.
I'm bald headed, but I'll grow some hair just for that.
We'll get our tetanus shots before we go.
Oh my God.
All that shit, man.
No going raw.
Not out there.
Not in Detroit.
Not out there ever.
Oh,
I don't know. So what's going on in the world, y'all? Go ahead. I'll let you lead.
There's a lot going on in the world, man. So let's jump right into it. Let's have a quick convo about this shit, man. So apparently, Dwight Howard is having a situation with a transgender young lady.
Right.
So he tried to sick his people on her, if I'm not mistaken. His pastor has tried to come after her. You know what I mean? To try to quiet her or whatever.
Right.
But she got text messages, inboxes. She got recorded phone calls. Apparently, Dwight Howard has, and I'm gonna ask you because one of the things she tried to say was he didn't have. Well, he do got a kid though, don't he?
I believe he does.
She was trying to say he got. No, she was like he ain't never been married. He ain't got no girl. He ain't got no. I mean, he do got kids.
He got a couple kids, I think.
But people try to use that as a valid reason to like pigeonhole people into a certain situation. What you think about that, Brainstorm? Because you know what I mean. You know what I mean. When you talk about kids and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean. People try to pigeonhole.
I think what it is it almost comes off almost as a badge of honor. Almost. I think we almost place too much on the fact of you either having kids or not having kids. Everybody's situation is different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have 5 kids, but maybe they was married and then now they got divorced or something like that. I mean, absolutely. You gotta weigh every situation to me. You know, it's not really a badge of honor to say you got kids or that you don't have them. I mean, I know if you have kids, you're proud of your kids and you love them. But you can't just be like, oh, you better than somebody just because you don't have them or something like that. It's just nah. That's the way I feel about it. I don't know.
Right. The whole situation is just crazy to me. You know what I don't like, man? What I look into as far as situations, what happened to make you do that? You know,
do what? Which one?
With that individual coming out saying these things about him.
Okay, what they were saying was
because niggas do shit in the dark. Some shit happened.
They were supposed to be talking. Then he said he wasn't fucking with her no more or whatever. But she found out he was. I'm not laughing, man. They gonna try to ostracize me from. I'm not laughing but I'm just laughing because of the way it was put in the
way it all came out.
Yeah. She found out that he was at another transgender orgy with some other.
It was a whole Twitter feed about this. I tried to follow it and I kind of
so she got mad and started out and all these having conversations with him, recording them.
Phone conversations she recorded and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't even listen to it. It's just I don't know, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, man, let's get, because we live in this society. I don't even think we give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that Dwight Howard is a transgender. I mean, there's a transgender. Fucks with transgenders. Right. You know what I mean? I really don't. We just, the problem, like, he is a basketball player.
Right.
Niggas do, this is the one thing about sports that a lot of women might not know, especially when you play either college. I even see it in the pros. There's some videos running around where he like fake grabbing niggas nuts. Blake Griffin was doing the shit.
Yeah.
Niggas will always, what they call play that, they play that gay shit. Like they'll, you know what I mean? Like they'll grab at a nigga nuts, shit like that. I always had an issue with it because my whole thing was you never know who really was, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you can't play grab a chick titties. You can't play that. You know what I mean? You can't play them games, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I think that's more of a white guy thing that does that.
Oh, it's not. It's not. Trust me.
Well,
trust me.
Thankfully, my dudes ain't never, not my homies I've ever been around. They ain't never been on that. I mean,
I'm talking about
jokes.
Sports when you in locker rooms.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'll haze freshmen by jumping on the nigga when he going to get in the shower. All kind of. But I think some niggas is playing. And some niggas like jumping on niggas with no clothes on. Like it was that video where they stripped Anthony Davis down in the locker room. Remember that shit at Kentucky? They had stripped Anthony Davis down in the locker room and was like paddling him on the ass when he was a freshman at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like that's the shit, it'll be part of hazing. I never got with I don't think the shit is hazing. I don't think it's funny because I feel like if I can't do this shit to both sexes, then don't fucking play with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
But we live in this fucked up world where the fact that if he is a dude who like dudes, I don't know how it'd be accepted in locker rooms.
We know how it's going to be accepted in locker rooms. Even though we're more progressive as a society as a whole, to me, we are moving forward in a lot of different ways. I don't think this is one that's moving real fast. I mean, and I know we say this all the time when we talk about these kind of issues. I mean, we all know someone who's gay or something like that. I mean, I've known people we went to school with and things like that are gay. And I got no problem. I always say some of the, honestly, two people I could think of right now, two of the coolest people I've ever known in life, two of the funniest people I've ever known in life. Like you could sit and have a conversation with you, they'll have you in tears, like just because of their personality and who they are. Society just makes it difficult. We know how it would be accepted in the locker room. It ain't gonna fly. Y'all know that.
I mean,
it won't even fly. Think about it. Let's look at let's break it to our level. We've known each other a number of years. If anybody in one of our group of homies came out and was just like, yo, I'm gay, like I know we're men enough to be like, all right, cool, we'll accept it and everything. But still, in some sense, it's going to be like, well, damn, like, really? Like, I've known you for 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know. So, in a locker room where it's just a straight male testosterone culture, it ain't going to be accepted.
I don't know if I would be fucked up if I found out one of my niggas was gay.
Right.
I would be fucked up if niggas was playing gay like they do in locker rooms and shit, hazing niggas about whooping them on their bare ass, but you really was getting enjoyment out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's where the line gets blurred for me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I really don't.
I was just going to say that.
I got my eyes open a lot. Shout out to my homie, man. My homie Chris. She she a lesbian. She unapologetic. I mean, she don't give a fuck. That's who she is. You know what I mean? Give a fuck to the point that I don't give, as much as I don't give a fuck that I'm a black man or whatever. She don't give a fuck.
Right.
That's my homie. And so I met her when I used to work at this spot called Belfair, but I got really a lot more enlightened because while I always knew I didn't give a fuck, I was never like cool. You know what I mean? Like I was never cool with somebody who was like, yo, I'm a lesbian or I'm gay or whatever the case may be, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It was always still a conversation of what if, like we talking about now. But ever since I got cool with her, man, we've been cool for like 10 years now. That's my nigga.
Right.
Cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I mean, that's how I look at it.
That's my nigga, man.
This is probably the most emphatic I can say things. I don't give a fuck. I don't judge nobody. And it ain't even to judge. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like saying the word judging because you're an adult. You do what you want to do. I don't care. I'm going to be your nigga regardless of what you got going on or what you're doing. Like you said, it's just that simple fact as far as you saying you have the issue as far as whether or not you're not knowing. I'd rather just know. Just because, because if we really truly are friends and, whatever, then I feel like, you can tell me, just be genuine about it. Like, but at the end of the day, Shout out to everybody that do what they do, man.
Just don't be grabbing niggas nuts on the bench, but you really like grabbing niggas nuts.
Yeah, you know, and, you know, as I'm seeing online today, it's the memes of Dwight Howard doing that to people.
To Isaiah Cannon, that's who it was, man.
So hey, it is what it is.
Pause. His name Cannon too. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that's ironic.
He was grabbing Isaiah's cannon.
No disrespect.
So what else is going on with that whole situation? Because I guess she's somewhat putting them on blast, but I think from what I read, what I was able to read up on it, is because, like you said, he had people, I guess, threatening her or stuff like that.
Yeah, people are threatening her to be quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? So it was recorded conversation. She was, she was talking about Dwight Howard wanted his little, he wanted to suck on some things. He wanted his little booty hole play with the whole wop. You know what I'm saying? So she on the phone, she said, you told me you want some head. You told me that you wanted to get fucked in the ass.
I told you I can get a little crazy.
Yeah, and Dwight said was, I don't remember saying no shit like that. Dwight, man, but we live in this fucked up society where we're not necessarily as inclusive and shit as we should be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we were talking about a little bit before the show. It would be a lot better if, going back to the locker room, they don't even let male reporters come in with cameras out of fear niggas gonna take pictures of other dudes' dicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't let certain females in the locker room at certain times till niggas is fully dressed. Mm-hmm. But we're afraid to say it's because of the sex of the people. You know what I mean? And the person's sexual preference. Because because people who oppose that, I'm like, give me some other reason as to why you wouldn't allow people in the room with niggas naked. What's the other reason?
Right. I mean, some of it, I guess, it's just privacy too. I mean, let a man get dressed in peace. If it's a WNBA, or wherever else, whatever sports, if it's a women's league, let them get dressed in peace. To me, it's just like let them have that time. Also, let people cool off. You know how emotions be after the game, stuff like that. But I get what you're saying.
Veronica had a question in the feed. Would you still hang out with your male friend if he told you he was gay?
Hell yeah.
I don't see why anything would change.
Yeah. I mean,
don't be talking about the dicks you be sucking.
But
miss me with the goddamn soccer talk. I got friends that like different shit. I don't know nothing about hockey, nigga. Don't talk to me about that shit.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't see really what would change for the most part. I mean, if I've known you for 20 some years, I mean, you're still that same person. You just ain't fucking the same way that we was fucking.
I do the same thing around female friends though.
Yeah. One of my definitions, it's amazing. I've been speaking this for the longest as far as the maturation and becoming a individual and really, really being in your manhood. To me, one of the biggest things about being a man is not giving a fuck what nobody think about you. Mm-hmm. You have some people that be like, "Oh, you would? Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Oh, you ain't this is." No, look, I'm a man. Mm-hmm. A man stand up for what he believes. Yeah. If I call you my friend, then I'm going to treat you just like I treat anybody else. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna sit back and ostracize you or act funny, be like, oh no, I ain't really cool with that dog. I don't really. Hey James, meet me out for let's go have some wings and some pizza, nigga, or whatever. I'm not gonna say no, I'm cool, nigga. No, what time we meeting up? I'm there. Like, I mean, I'm gonna treat you. I'm not gonna be. I'm not cut that way. Yeah, to be a friend, because at that point, if you don't, you're not a friend to me.
That's a deep question too.
And you're not a friend to me if you don't.
I wouldn't have an issue with it. I can understand. While I don't agree, let me preface it. I can understand the hesitations because
I get it.
The same thing with the opposite sex. If you're in a relationship, knee deep in a relationship, going out with your girlfriend, your friend that's a girl, and shit getting too chummy, niggas could be like,
right,
hey, is that your girl? Or
right,
nigga, don't you got a girl?
Right.
So I could see,
understand, yeah,
why niggas would be like, I don't want to go out and be too chummy with a nigga.
Yeah.
Because we was talking about it before. I think it's where the disrespect comes in. The issue, the problem with the homosexual, whatever, the gay conversation in the country, and it's nothing. Like I always say, like I keep saying, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You got to keep saying it because of the sensitivity.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
that's just being real.
There are certain things, certain questions you can't even ask, certain roads you can't even go down. Like there's certain shit you can't even do.
Right.
In a situation where someone is gay or homosexual, bisexual, or whatever the case may be, because nobody will look at you funny if you was out with a chick, but you wanted to like, let me chill out, let me cut this short, or no, I don't want to go out and kick it with you. No, I don't want to go out and do this, and this, because niggas gonna think we together.
Right.
If you and your homegirl go. But the moment you take that same approach with a nigga, you're homophobic. I just don't want niggas to think we together.
Right. I get what you're saying.
If I was out with a chick and we was chummy, niggas would be like, niggas might mistake it for your girl. Like, what your girl want? Nigga, that's not my girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not disrespect. The thing is, sometimes when it gets to that, the LGBT community, any slight is perceived as disrespect. I'm not disrespecting the heterosexual nature of a female if we're going out together, and I don't want people to think that we're in a relationship. I'm not disrespecting her heterosexual nature.
I wonder if you're overthinking it, though. I mean, I get the example. Mm-hmm. You know how
But what's the alternative? That's always been my question. What's the alternative?
I'm just trying to think of. All right, so you were talking about, if you're out with your female friend, and she getting too chummy, something like that. You really think your male friend is going to be that same way, though? If you was hanging with your male friend and say he was gay, you think he would be that way?
That's not the point. Our whole goal in that situation, like I said, I don't give a fuck. I slap a nigga. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm talking about the average nigga.
Right.
The average nigga.
Right, I get you.
It's not really about, I brought the chumminess up as the action. But the situation is the thing. Right. Whatever her action is, it could just be y'all two ordering. You order her drink for whatever the action. She could be too chummy. You can order her drink. She can know what kind of food you like. Whatever the case may be, or sparking in somebody's brain to think that's your girl. Yeah. The mere fact that a nigga is at a table across from a nigga who is, maybe he's flamboyantly gay.
I get
some
what you're
people
saying.
would be, okay, they out together.
They would be like,
not even on disrespectful shit, like, look at them. It would just click in their mind, like, okay, it's two gay niggas out eating. I don't give a fuck because I'm not gay, so nigga, man, that's just my nigga.
That was about to be the question I was about to ask.
But the average human doesn't even. When is the last time anyone has ever even approached two people who they assume were on a date? You're not gonna get any visual or like actual reaction from another human. It's all about, people are too concerned about the perceptions. It's going to be perceived by the waiter, the person the greeter, the people sitting across from you, people walking back and forth to the bathroom. Nobody's going to verbally say shit. They're just going to assume. And fuck around, let them know your girl, I saw your nigga at Fridays the other day. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody going to say something to you right then.
Right.
They had a 2 for $20.
I went out with my homegirl. That
nigga had beer pretzels.
Fuck that. They said you was out with that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you would hear it. That's all I'm saying, man.
Right. I get that. Me,
if you my homie and you gay, nigga, we gonna go, nigga. We gonna sit next to each other, nigga. And I'm gonna put my arm around you while you watch the game, and I dare a nigga to say something.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But the average human being gives a fuck. A lot of fucks.
That's because their mentality is all the same. Mm-hmm. Which brings me back to a conversation we was having yesterday. You know, I'm not gonna bring it up, but it's just a lot of things socially are or are put out there to be important. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, like I said, at the end of the day, you got two people together. You're gonna assume that they together. Mm-hmm. You know, a man and woman. Mm-hmm. Now, on the flip side, I don't know if it necessarily be a situation where the only way you made, and it was a key point you just made. You said if a person was flamboyant. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just mean the nigga is you can
visibly see.
He got S curl hair. You can visibly tell the nigga gay.
Right.
Because if you my nigga and you get nigga, be as gay as you want to be. You ain't got to come out and put no Timbs and a DMST hoodie on with me, nigga. Be yourself.
Right.
We gonna go kick it. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I respect that. I get that.
If you mean to tell me you can't, people be trying to act funny. You can tell. Obviously, you can't tell all the time. Obviously.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of people who are comfortable in what they do and decide to dress or act a certain way, you can tell. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Respect that. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a perception issue when it comes down to it at the end of the day, because I mean, look, Playboy, you'll hit me up on a Friday sometimes, like, yo, I got out of work early, yo, you want to grab a beer real quick or whatever. We sit at a bar having a drink. I'm never in my mind thinking, like, I wonder if people think we on a date. Like, that never, ever, ever crosses my mind and, even enters my mental space. But I get what you're saying. A lot of times if you see a couple together, you do assume that, they're together.
No names, please. I'm not going, because I'm not the feds. No names. But y'all two niggas. Or us, whatever.
I was about to get up and walk and do something. Then he said, "Y'all two niggas." I'm like, "Hold on, it's about to be about me."
I've no names, please. But I was in a situation where we may or may not have been like, you know what? Let's get on up out of here, so these two people can have they moment, they time to chill and kick it.
Right.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
It's human nature to be like. It's a man and a woman. So, clearly, you know what I mean? It's just human nature. I don't even think, and it wasn't like it was malicious or y'all, we was some fuck that shit, or like, you can fuck her. It wasn't even like that. It was just like, it's human nature to be like,
niggas just levels to this shit.
It's human nature to do that.
You are absolute, because I have, you're right, because I've been in situations where I'm thinking that, if I'm out with a group of people, but my homie might have somebody with him or something like that, at some point I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm just going.
And they like, nigga, we just friends, but niggas like,
I'm gonna go ahead and roll out though.
You and Terry, you and Jeff call me in the morning, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Dev? Point well taken. I point well taken.
That's all I'm saying.
I get it. I get it.
I don't know. I say it's got to just be perception, though. But I mean, it's. You do have a point, because look, I can be out and say it's a lady that's attractive, and I'm like, man, she's nice. I really want to talk to her. But if she's sitting next to a guy, I am going to assume that they are on a date or something like that, and she could just be hanging out with her best friend. She could be having a drink with her brother. She could be having a drink with her cousin. You don't know.
You don't know.
But you are going to assume that these two are together. Like, I'll watch interactions. Like, I'll see if they touch each other a little bit more, stuff like that. But your general assumption, if you see two people like that, is that, okay, they're together. But still, going back to what we were talking about before, I don't think that two people together automatically makes you assume that. Because, like I said, we'll go sit at the bar, grab a couple of beers, grab a couple of drinks. Like I said, it never crosses my mental space that I wonder if these ladies think that
niggas at the bar, like,
I never even thought about it.
Look at them, one drink.
Y'all niggas been together for 3 years. Y'all don't even know it.
Right.
To the bartender in the flats, like, oh, here come this cute couple through the door.
Here come them DMST niggas.
Here come brainstorming Playboy. Them dick mouth sucking train niggas. They don't know what it means.
Here come brainstorming Playboy.
It's like that Jamie Foxx episode where he be like, nigga, we be doing it doggy dog style. She was like, don't talk about what y'all do in the bedroom in front of me.
Right.
And Veronica, don't complain if the camera's stuck on my face. God damn it. Right.
No,
I'm fucking with it.
No, yeah, it's supposed to be bouncing back and forth. We it's probably something that we're doing, but we got it. We got it. We good. I don't know. What's in the feed real quick?
April said, hold on, so my camera switched back over. She's crosses my mind nowadays because people are a bit more free and open-minded, laugh out loud. And then she said, I was out with married friends, and as their single friend, it was me, my friend, and her husband. I guarantee somebody thought that we were both his women.
I mean, you don't got a lot of kick it. If y'all have threesome,
you know what I'm saying? April, it's okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with having threesomes according to these two niggas, but. So, are they still together? Because you probably broke your friend and her husband up. Good, congratulations.
We're not gonna go back to this threesome conversation right now. Not right now, Dev. We're not doing it right now. I don't know.
It's okay to be about it.
Yeah, I guess so. These days, go for what you know. I don't know, but I mean, if I see two women and their guy or whatever, I mean, I'm very observant, so I'm looking at everything. So I'm looking to see who got rings on in the group and all that stuff or whatever. So I already kind of put things together. Like I am a people watcher in a lot of situations.
But you know, it's chicks out here that wear rings on their left hand just to have niggas not talk to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Shout out to my homie Diddy P. She wouldn't be mad if I said it. She did it all the time.
Yeah.
She used to wear a wedding ring all the time because niggas had like tattoo fetishes, so they would like try to holler at her. So she would just wear a ring.
I know some niggas that don't give a shit.
I know.
Y'all tell me,
but it would lessen it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to go buy a ring right now.
Yeah, go buy. Nigga, go.
We should.
You know what? As a man, you should buy a ring. I think because when you got a ring on your finger, it's 10 times harder because they come at you 10 times stronger.
Nigga, let me tell you something. You know, I have the will of a million men. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I have a strong will.
Disclaimer.
But I'm telling you, they do not prepare you for that when you take that leap.
Right.
They don't be. They try to tell you this shit gets better. It gets, and it's not even that you. It's not like you fucking Billy D. Williams.
Right.
Some motherfuckers just be like, "Oh, I can't drop 50 tonight. Watch." You like, fuck. Now you got to play defense like a motherfucker. But yeah, man.
We should do an experiment with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, since the two of us that's not married, we ain't gonna get the married guy in trouble. We should put a ring on.
It's all for the podcast.
And just do it. It's research, babe. I was telling you, it's research.
I'm researching this.
It's research.
Yeah, I'm gonna
wear a condom. I swear.
This is going to be an overall successful
I'm going to
situation.
shave and wear a condom. No crabs. No.
We should just do it. We should do it for like a week or two, and everybody just wear a ring or whatever. Like when you go out and just see if your reactions is different. Like we should almost get like a hidden camera and see. I think a woman's experience would be different than a man's. Even though I look, I've had an uncle that's tell me all the time, like, yo, he's like, I got married and he was like, it picked up. Like he was dead ass. Like it picked up. So, but I think that'd be a dope ass experiment.
It would be excellent. I'm going to do it. I'll be the guinea pig.
No, I'll help out.
Yeah,
it's real slick. Like I'll help out.
But no, man. So I mean, with this topic, you know, like, I just think we got to be a lot more tolerant because with this situation, basically, people are shaming him online for fucking with a transgender.
Right.
For being who he is, basically.
For being who he is.
That's the fucked up part. No matter what, that's the fucked up
and
part.
He feel like he got to be in the closet about it. And that's what I keep saying. I understand. While I don't agree you shouldn't have to be in the closet, I understand why niggas be in the closet, man.
Yeah.
Because it's parts of the society is set up a certain way, but it's part, even with me, I got 2 girls, man. I'm sorry. We live in a fucked up society. I don't want maybe this will make me Republican or some shit. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But I don't really feel comfortable with the state of these weird niggas out here with sending my 5-year-old girl next year into a bathroom where a nigga could be, because she can go pee by herself now. It's weird for me to bring her into a bathroom with me. She can do it all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to send her into a bathroom with a grown-ass man in that motherfucker.
Right.
In the store. I just don't want to do it, man. And I know what about women too. I get it. It could be weird women in there. But I'll take my chances with humanity and the way the world has been going for the past 2018 years, nigga.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to take that chance. Maybe that make me a Republican. I don't want to send my daughter in there with some weird nigga that's been camping out because he woke up today and he feel like a woman today. Fuck that shit.
I get that. And that's your right to absolutely feel that way. See, that's the aspect that I always get caught up in, or the thing that always bothers me, is that a person can't have an opinion. Mm-hmm. You absolutely are entitled to have an opinion and feel how you want to feel. It can't just be one-sided.
Real shit.
If you want individuals to respect you and what you do, you got to respect other individuals and what they do. Yeah. It can't be one-sided. Mm-hmm. You got to be even, even, man.
Yeah, the bathroom thing to me would be weird. I try my best to be open-minded, I guess. Mm-hmm. As we've been saying, as we've already said countless times already on this episode alone, you have the right to be who you are and live your life the way you want to live.
Absolutely.
But I think I don't want to say the bathroom thing is weird, but it's just, I'm trying to be sensitive to the people who are transgender and know people. Right. I know nothing about that. Yeah. I know I'm a man. I've always wanted to be a man. None of that. I don't know the feeling of living my life.
Yeah.
Feeling like I should have been a woman, or a woman living her life feeling like she should have been a man. So I don't get that. Yeah. But there are so many weird people in the world that I can respect you and respect the need that you have to change and everything else, and correct your life as to where it should be for you. I can respect that, but how can I also not wonder about, is somebody in there that just is a perv?
Exactly.
Like that's nobody's wearing a sign on their fucking forehead that says I'm a perv.
Right. You know what I mean?
So I get when y'all say that, and I think that what happens sometimes when we have these conversations is people kind of they don't allow us to talk. You made a statement earlier. What was you saying about accepting? What was you saying? The change? Oh, we ain't going. Okay, remember. But it's like we were talking about, like, we'll have questions sometimes. So,
the questions. The questions. What I said earlier was sometimes when you're dealing with certain shit in life, you're not even able to ask a question. Like Bill Burr is like I talk about him a lot of time on the podcast, one of my favorite comedians ever. And he said, with he made a joke, Caitlyn Jenner, he made a joke about it. He was like, he grew up with Bruce Jenner or whatever. He wanted to, be a Olympic athlete because of him. He was like, my man goes home one day, he comes back, and he's Caitlyn. You know what I mean? Like, you go home with obviously he still has it, but Bill Burr was joking. Like, he go home with a dick, he come back with some titties.
Right.
He's like, I can't even go home and cut my beard off without niggas being like, damn, what happened to your beard? But I gotta treat this dude.
Right.
That used to be this woman that used to be a dude. Like, so how was the Browns game today? Like, I can't even ask a question. I can't even be like, yo, what made you want to do? And I understand it's probably more layered than that. But what I was saying, we don't necessarily always know everybody's reasoning behind their decisions. And I think as humans, we have to be allowed, well, I believe, this is my belief, I'm not saying it's fact, but I believe we have to be allowed to make a mistake or be corrected if we fuck up. Right. Like I was saying earlier, if I cut my hair off and we had to meet up on Tuesday, y'all niggas be like, damn, what the fuck did you out here? I could have got diagnosed with cancer, and you don't know.
When you were coming over here in the summer, you was growing your hair out.
Yeah, then I cut it off.
You cut it. I remember Playboy being like, damn, you cut your hair.
Yeah. Right. It could be fucking with me because I got cancer. But then I'm allowed to be like, man, I got diagnosed with some shit. You can be like, oh man, my bad, dog. I was just joking. Right. The only issue I run into is sometimes we can't even ask that question. We can't even be like, yo, what the fuck?
You have to be allowed to ask a question at some point.
At least ask the question.
And I think,
absolutely.
And on my side, this is just my opinion. I think on the other side, speaking of the gay community, sometimes I can't use a blanket statement, but I think sometimes you're not allowed to ask a question because we have some. I know there's some ignorant questions out there. We were having a debate yesterday about, and maybe we'll touch that before we get out of here. Right. We were having a debate here post game about the way to approach a woman and things like that or whatever. So I know there's a way to ask a question, in different ways. I get that. I'm saying that to say I know people can ask some ignorant ass questions. Bill Burr is a comedian, so no matter how he says it or whatever, it's always gonna come off a certain kind of way because he's a comedian. But we have to be allowed to ask some questions because we have to be able to understand you. I mean, like, we can accept you for who you are, like that's no problem. But we have to be. There's going to be some questions in our head, and maybe if we understand you a little better, it makes relationships better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get to the nitty gritty of it. You just have a situation where I hate to say, I got to be careful how I'm about to say this because I don't want to offend anyone or